Hello, everyone. This is my lamentation. I kept giving them my heart, and each time I would labor to trust again, they would trample it underfoot. They would reject me with disdain or contempt. None of them was able to hold it with care. They dropped it, they scratched it, they pierced it, they stabbed it. In the end, I kept losing myself without even realizing it. Each time I gave them a chance, I did it prayerfully and involved God the best way I could. He would give me hints that He was with me in His own subtle way, but His way would be too indirect for me to grasp. I felt betrayed, neglected, rejected, dejected, and confused over and over again. Then I had no choice. I guess I had to grow up. It was either I grow up or go into deep depression. Those are the only choices I had. I was not sure whether I would be able to come out of depression. I had never been there. I have never been on that. I had never been on that road before. But I'd heard stories of people who failed to come out of it. So like David, I encouraged myself in the Lord by convincing myself that God was allowing everything that I was going through for a reason. That it had all been a part of His training, I guess. So He says somewhere in His book. I slowly learned to pay attention to His subtle promptings, or was it all in my mind? I don't know. Whatever the case, I was safer believing that they were His promptings. I also learned that if I had to involve God in these cyclical journeys, I also had to walk in His ways, though sometimes I failed terribly to do so. My broken road to find love was painful. I was always the victim. I was always the one who was required to fight to maintain the love. In this journey, I have cried the deepest cry, the one that comes from the pit of the stomach, the one that makes you vomit. I would cry that God would grant me peace of mind and calm my troubled heart. My soul was like a turbulent sea. I couldn't seem to find my balance. So I stumbled and worried constantly. I cried, Lord, give me the strength and clarity of mind to find my purpose and walk the path you've laid out for me. Many times I found myself moaning, groaning, and curling myself up on the ground until I couldn't breathe anymore because my nose was blocked, and sometimes I would even regurgitate. Strangely, I even cried in my mother's language, which is Aushi, where I come from in Zambia. Many times before, a language I have very little knowledge of. It's a Bantu language, primarily spoken in the province where my mother comes from. On my broken road to love, I raised my fists at everything, from principalities, powers, ruler spirits, to jealousies. There is nothing I hadn't battled with. I couldn't leave anything to chance. But the end was always the same: rejection. What I went through warrants anyone hating and rejecting the only God I cried to for help. Because at that point, I didn't get any help. It warrants that I curse God and give Him my back. But even with all the excruciating pain of failed relationship upon failed relationship, I grew closer to Him, closer than I was ever before. For some strange reason, God seemed to be the only constant. He was the only one available to listen to me. Though at times, it was impossible to comprehend His role and the purpose of all these failed cycles because he was in control. He's in control of everything. At this point, he was the only punching bag I had when in pain. I'm actually glad that God introduced himself to me when I was very young. My parents never introduced me to him. But strangely, I knew him and talked to him constantly. He was closer than a parent and indeed closer than a brother. All my life, my sanity has depended on knowing that he was there. He always eventually came through and in his own way made me understand some things I went through. But there were also some things he didn't make me understand. I later got to realize that his explanation was embedded in my constantly changing and maturing character and accrued wisdom. On my broken road to love, I went through many stages and phases. One day, I would wake up bubbly and in good spirits, and I would post encouraging words on social media, like I always did on a daily. And then suddenly, in the middle of the night, when I lay my head on the pillow, and from nowhere, thoughts of killing myself would start flooding my mind. And this happened in a certain period. They became so intense that I started crying for the children I was going to leave behind, my two beautiful girls. Then another conviction would come in that they would be fine without me. Somehow there was some inner voice. They will be fine without you. After all, they have a great dad. I cried to God for help, and he rescued me. This happened a number of times within a 1-month period that I was under the influence of this evil. Then it stopped. I still don't know what that was all about. No one talks about the angry stages of healing. The rage you feel when you realize how much and how long you are taken advantage of. The absolute disgust you feel towards those who manipulate you, the ones who are supposed to have loved and protected you. It comes in waves. Sometimes you feel like you're healed, and then suddenly it hits you right back again. I would never want anybody to go through what I had to go through. And if I were given a chance to relive my life, I would rather opt to die, honestly. Job 3:11 says, "Why did I not perish at birth and die as I came from the womb?" I relate to this scripture that Job gave because I would not want to relive the life that I've led. I hate this heart of mine, God. Make this heart hard, is what I would say. I don't want it to be soft like this anymore. I don't want to operate in this way anymore. Oh Lord, save me from this pain. Why have I been through so much? Why has it been so hard? I physically can't take it anymore. How many more tests, Lord? How many more letdowns, Lord? How many more times are they going to reject me? How many more times are they going to mistreat me? How many more times are they going to misunderstand me? You've given me this good heart that loves truly without reservation. Why doesn't anybody see it? These were the words that would go through my mind. And I would say, I have never had any evil intentions towards anybody, Lord. Why is this burden so heavy? Lamentations chapter 1:1-2 says, "She who was queen among the provinces has now become a slave. Bitterly she weeps at night. Tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, there is no one to comfort her. All her friends have betrayed her. They have become her enemies." One day, I woke up and God responded. He spoke to me in the still of the night, in my soul. And he said, "Soma, nothing that you have gone through has been in vain. Your tears were not in vain. Your giving was not in vain. Your pain was not in vain. The love that you gave to others, even the ones who were not deserving of it, was not in vain. The reason I allowed you to go through all these things is because there is purpose in your belly and it has to come out. It has to be birthed, and this is your appointed hour." You've been on the training field. Every test, every fiery trial I allowed was for me to see if you were truly ready for the mantle, because it's not about you, it's about me. I had to make sure that you were obedient, that you would choose me at all costs. It doesn't matter who walked out of your life, you still needed to show up for the assignment. I have seen you and how you have struggled to climb your way through life. I have seen how you have crawled your way through the miry clay. Get up and arise, he said. I am sending help. Get up and arise. I'm breaking the barriers that I allowed to stand before you. Get up and arise. I'm getting ready to reintroduce you. You are important to this world. You are a light to this world. I have put a spotlight on you. You cannot die here. I have called many, and I don't care who else is not showing up for the assignment. What matters is that you are showing up. And as long as you are showing up, I'm going to send your appointed helpers to show up. This is your time. This is your season. I have put a word in your mouth, and the world must hear it. Yes, the masses have to hear it. You have been through too much to stop now. Do you think I took you through all that for nothing? I took you through all that rejection so that you could see what the people I'm sending you need. I put you through all those things, and then I delivered you so that you could know that there is nothing I cannot do. It's now time for you to go and spread my word. Now you can go and tell them about the God that you have seen move in your life time and time again. Go and tell them that you were lost and I found you, that you were in the mud and I came and cleaned you up, that you were a sinner and I gave you grace. No one wants to hear anything cute. Your messed up story is relevant. Even though the enemy took your story and he tried to twist it, he tried to taint it, he tried to taint you, he tried to shut you out, and he tried to mute you. His mission was to make you be identified based on what you were going through or where you were coming from. Not only that you were rejected several times, but that you were just a woman, that you were just an orphan, that you were just a divorcee, that you were just black, and that you were African. But I tell you today, in this hour, you shall be muzzled. You shall not be muzzled any longer. You are coming forth with dunamis power. Everything up to this moment was to cause you to have dunamis power. The enemy tried to stop you. He has been pulling out every trick possible from when you were a kid to try and stop you. I had you in Sheol, but I had you covered. I had you in the valley, but I had you tucked away. I put you in some low places so that you could be tenacious and stand bold as a lion. I allowed everything that the enemy threw at you. It was all a setup, and he didn't even know it. You were knocked down so many times, but with my right hand, I kept holding you up. And now, in this hour, in this day, you are coming forth with my word in your belly. And who will know my word in season? For when you open up your mouth, I will fill it up with my words. I was with you all along. I cried with you when you cried. I heard years of your numerous lamentations when words failed. I even heard you when you groaned from within and when your spirit, soul, and body failed. Let me tell you something, Chisoma. Today, if I put you in a room full of the millions, all you need to do is just speak one word, a word backed by my power, a word that will touch the lives of everyone in that place and bring about my deliverance. It had to take intense warfare and numerous valley experiences to have that ability. That's why your life has been so hard. But I'm covering you now. I'm bringing you out now. I'm washing you up now. I'm filling you up now. I'm making you anew now. I'm restoring you now. Henceforth, when you step onto any stage that I send you to and open your mouth, I will back it up with my power because you said yes to my call and endure the trials. Sorry that I had to get you to some low places where you thought you were forsaken, places you had to cry to me. places you didn't have anybody but me. I needed to see if I could trust you, that no matter what I allowed you to go through, you would still believe that I loved you more than anything. And so I put you in some terrible places, but you never turned against me. You never cursed me. You never showed up for me. You kept showing up for me. Even when you felt like I betrayed you, even when I said, Soma, here, this is yours, and I took it back and still showed up, you still showed up for me. I'm launching you with the power that you never thought you would have. And I'm sending you help to cover you. I'm sending you the right person. I'm sending you the person that can walk you into that place. I'm sending you the person that won't give you turmoil. I'm sending you the person that will understand the call on your life. I'm sending you the person that understands that you are very special to me. And I'm sending you the person that is going to reinforce me. And now you will be able to go into the battle and not worry about a thing, because they are going to cover you. And in the coming days, when you feel so low, they are going to be able to discern that you've poured out enough, and they will pour into you, for I have equally equipped them. Dear reader and dear listener, God has finally restored me. It is as if my heart was not shattered in a million pieces over and over by different actors God allowed in. I no longer entrust my heart or life with another, whether blood related or not. I am now able to say, Lord, from now on, it's just me and you. Today, they have to go through God to find me. When I reached this stage of healing, God sent me a man after his heart. He was sent to express God's love to me. Once this happened, my assignment began. The Great Commission was birthed. God told me to speak. God told me to write. Today, I look back and wonder how I survived such a heart-wrenching journey. No one ever sees your bone-chilling, throaty cries in the night, and yet you wake up every day and endeavor to encourage somebody. I would like to encourage you on this journey. I'd like to break whatever it is that is standing in your way, by the anointing that God has bestowed on you. You are a great person. Everything that has happened in your life, however embarrassing, however sad, is for a purpose. And I want to hold your hand and I want to say, let's go. God is on our side. God is going to break everything. By the anointing that God has put on me, I break every curse. I break every generational curse. I break every power that has stood in your way. As you listen to me right now, there's a lot that needs to happen. There are things that have to break in your life. There's a lot of things I'd like to talk about, and it cannot happen in this one video. So please stay with me if you would really like help. A lot of books are written by people who've been successful in their relationships. Great books. These are people who I call wonders of the world, natural wonders of the world. I have come and have been sent to the broken, the people who have been rejected many times, the people who have had broken marriages, who the church rejects because you're divorced. God is a God of mercy. It doesn't matter how many times you've been divorced. It doesn't matter how many times. A lot of people are broken. A lot of people have gone through things that have broken them. But it is time for healing. It is time for a second chance. God is a God of mercy. You may have been through relationship upon relationship, but mercy means that even if you deserve to be punished, even if you deserve all the bad things that people say, especially in the church, mercy means whatever you deserve is erased from your life. Jesus took it upon himself. Jesus came for you. Jesus came for you. Jesus came for you to be given a second chance. When you fail, you fall. He holds your hand again. He fall. You fall. He holds your hand again. You're not a failure. You're not a loser. You're not. He's a God of mercy, and His mercies are new every day. His mercies are new every morning. I cry for you, and there are more people who've gone through this than those that have succeeded, than those that we look up to. Growing up, I wanted to be with my Prince Charming, with my happily ever after. I never had that. I had rejection upon rejection upon rejection. I went into every relationship hoping that it would work. I tried my best. I compromised my soul, my life, my body to try and win, but it never happened. I'm here to hold your hand and to tell you this time round it's going to work, because there are certain things I have had to learn on your behalf. There are things we can't do, there are things we can do, there are things that we shouldn't be doing that make us go through cycles and cycles and cycles. There's witchcraft, it's real. There's jealous people out there. It is going to be a journey that's not going to be easy, but I will help you. I'll help you succeed so that you stop going through cycles and cycles and cycles and cycles like I did. I was allowed to go through it on your behalf. You don't have to go through it again. You don't have to go through it again. You don't have to go through it again. Journey with me as we go through this together.